Hi, today's chapter spotlight will be Joshua chapter 8. Let's take a quick look though at chapter 6 and 7 to give us a little bit of a backdrop against today's story. In Joshua chapter 6, we see the battle at Jericho where the children of Israel were victorious. Rahab and her family were rescued. They were absolutely thrilled at this victory. God did tell them though that they were not to take of the spoils of this war, lest a curse befall the whole nation of Israel. And as we move into chapter 7, we see a man by the name of Achan who disobeyed God. He decided he would indeed take of the spoils of the city of Jericho and hid them in his tent. This would result in a curse befalling the whole nation of Israel. For we see as Joshua enters a battle with Ai, he is shamelessly defeated, his army chased out of the city by the armies of Ai. Achan was stoned and burned for his sin. His family was killed, his property destroyed, and the property of what he had stolen from Jericho was also destroyed. So that's our backdrop. We see the battle of Jericho, great victory. We see the battle at Ai, serious loss. Now we're moving into chapter 8, and we see God showing up to Joshua. He says, "Fear not, neither be thou dismayed." Joshua had heard these words before. Moses had encouraged him in this way just before Joshua was setting out for the promised land. He said in Deuteronomy 31:8, "Fear not, neither be dismayed." And we see where God himself told Joshua in Joshua 1:9, "Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest." Now in Joshua chapter 8, we see God encouraging Joshua to enter the battle at Ai. This time he would be victorious if he followed God's command. God's command and his plan of attack included an ambush of Ai. So Joshua sets out again in an attempt to defeat Ai with God's help this time. Because they followed God's plan, this time they were able to ambush Ai and defeat the army and take the city. If only Achan had obeyed God the first time, for this time they were allowed to take the spoil of the city, unlike last time when he was ordered in the battle of Jericho not to take the spoil. After their victory, remembering who provided the victory for them, Joshua offered sacrifices to God and read the book of the law, both the blessings and the cursing. So he gave God the glory. God worked differently at Jericho than he did at Ai, yet he still allowed victory each time. So too, he operates differently in our lives through different trials, yet he still provides victory. When we fail, let's seek his help. Let's move forward, giving him glory for the victories, and without dismay and without fear. Thank you for visiting with me today. Have a great day. Bye.